Oh, welcome, guys. I love a countdown timer, don't you? I think they are brilliant. And that is one of the features that BeLive were one of the first people to bring out a countdown timer. So, I'm talking about BeLive today. Welcome. It is Nick Wood here. This is the start of live video production week. I am here with my fellow producers. I'm going to pop them on the screen so you can see who we got. Let me just hide that for a minute. Yes, so we got our producers. I'm going to put myself down in the corner so you can see who's who. We got, handsome devil on the left there. That is Nick Wood. That's me. We've got Stephen Healy. We've got Brigetti Limbada. We've got Joe Shepherd, Lillian Muller, Marco Novo, Linda Sunshine West, and I'm hiding them. I need to put myself back up there. We've got Lottie Hearn as well. Sorry, Lottie. Oh, no, that way. That's better. Linda and Lottie there as well. So these are the live video producers. This is live video production week. And we are here talking about all things live video. Now, I've got a lovely special guest here today as well, who I'll bring on in a little while. But first things first, let's play our brilliant intro that I've now lost. It all goes so well. Our brilliant intro. Thank you to
Hi, Nick. To be honest, I'm not able to hear you. So, now I can hear you.
Yay! I know. I did the age-old thing of playing a video, then switching my microphone off, and then not switching it back on again. So
I was going crazy on behind the scenes. I was like, oh my God, something broke just like before me going live. Oh my God, I cannot stand with it.
No, it's all right. It is my complete incompetence, which actually, when you think about it, I shouldn't be so incompetent. I looked today and look, this is stream number 475.
Well, I wouldn't call that incompetence. Like sometimes we all have errors. We're not perfect. We're human beings. So error is human. There is like so many words you can, to describe this without putting the blame on yourself. So I wouldn't worry.
Oh, thank you. You're all heart. You're too kind. But yeah, 475 streams. You'd think I'd actually know what I was doing. That's not bad, is it? That's not bad. Okay, a few of them might be just ordinary recordings, because I've done that a little while. But we've probably got a good 450, I would have thought. Now, I was just about to pull Stephen on the screen then, and he vanished. we were about to be joined by Stephen Healy. He's around somewhere. He's in the ether. But I want to talk to you about BeLive. That's why we're here. Lyra is from BeLive, so I'm very, very lucky to have a BeLive. And we were saying earlier, BeLive is, we think, 6 years old.
Yeah.
This year, and you've been there for 5 of them.
Yeah, I would even say like more. So like BeLive was founded around springish time, maybe like the beginning of summer, and I joined end of autumn. So basically, like I was at the very beginning there, and I was the third person to join after Daniel and Sab, who were the co-founders. So I've seen the whole history with my eyes. I'm the live Wikipedia of BeLive history. Like everything you need to know is stored somewhere here. So.
That's brilliant. So, guys, yeah, if you've got any questions, then do let us know. Lucy, thank you so much. Lucy, so much. Thank you. No sound for me. Yeah, no, we fixed that one, Lucy. Thank you. That was a good job. This is a great thing because we've got that brilliant comments element. Then you could tell me, Lyra, because you're on the screen. Lucy, who's watching, just pops it in the comments. It can't hear. So everything is brought back on schedule, which is fantastic. Okay, so listen, if you've got any questions, please do ask them in the comments. Naturally, if you're watching this, because not everyone's going to be here watching live, so #replay, pop a little comment in there and we will answer your questions as well. Now I'm going to have a little walk through BeLive because we're really focusing on why this software is so brilliant for marketing and selling, and it absolutely is. I remember when I first started live streaming, I was using OBS, trying to work out how to do I gave up in the end. I just put a green screen behind me. I was trying to do all sorts of fancy things with OBS. In the end, I thought, no, just go with the flow. I'll edit later. So that's all good. But yeah, one of the best things about BeLive, let's have a little run through. I've got a little picture of, because I thought if I showed you the, let's try and pop that. Make that the bigger one if I slide it over there. That's it. See, another great thing about BeLive, I just able to slide the frames across as well seamlessly. So I've not put the camera on because it will go into an infinity if we showed what I was looking at. But this is a little screenshot I took earlier, and I hope you can all see it. But here we have all our different functions along the left-hand side here, and there's a couple of things I want to really highlight and I've come to for the selling, and that is the camera function. So of course I've got myself on camera, I've got Lyra as a guest, but we can also bring another camera on as well, and I'll do that in a little moment. So there's the guest, our guest link, so Lyra can come. If you want to be a guest, if you're watching, if you want to be a guest, then I'm quite happy to drop it in the comments so you can come and join us. We have a screen share element just down here, and this is beautiful. We can share our screen. So we're in a Chrome, I'm in a Chrome browser at the moment. I can share my screen. It doesn't have to be a web page, although I typically do that, but we can also share. If I had some editing software, for example, I could have that up. I could show you other applications I'm running. I can share on my screen. Super powerful stuff. We have a media button, well, just down here. The media button, this is how I pulled in this little picture, as well as I was able to pull in, because it's not such a big file, the intro and outro. But an amazing feature that we have with BeLive, and I believe BeLive is the only platform we can do that with, is if we pulled up one of my YouTube videos, then I could actually just use the YouTube link, and then I could just play the video directly from BeLive. I can actually play it without having to go into YouTube, without flipping into different windows or different browsers. I could actually do it. In fact, I might just do that now. Let me just see if I've got one. Take my life in my hands. I've no idea what that one is. I'm hoping it's okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So look, I can pop this in the stream. Again, we can have, actually, Lyra, how many actual items on screen can we have at any one time?
So right now we can have 8 elements on the screen, which include like the guest, the media, the shared screen, like whatever you have. And then, if I'm not mistaken, we still can have 2 audio only guests joining. So basically you could have a bunch of everything on the screen, and there are a lot of different layouts how you can put them all together, which looks just fabulous.
Yeah, no, they're great because we can whiz them around like that. There you go. See, there you just have to mention it, and then I'll just press the buttons, and that's what happens. So right, I'm going to hide that one. And so, yeah, to demonstrate, this is this was just a little Amazon shoppable video. I won't play it all, but literally I can just press the play button, and I'm not going into YouTube at all, and it just plays. So we can pop it, make it solo, and
built-in batteries.
it is that simple. Now, I won't play that all because it's not the most exciting video on the planet, I'll be honest. But that's a demonstration of, you can just pull in a YouTube link, and you can just play it without having to go into YouTube, hit the play button. We just played it from our dashboard. And I say, I think BeLive is the only app that can do that still. We can also pull pull media in from Facebook as well. We've got the live sales function, which I'm going to come to because that is the massive reason I love, well, there are so many reasons I love BeLive, but that's probably my favorite. And then we got these little widgets. So like we had the countdown timer. We've got lots of lovely little widgets. They update every now and again. There's a new one. We go, oh, so we had a snowfall and bits like that for Christmas, which was great. And then we have the branding as well. And the branding is fantastic. We were chatting earlier, Lyra and I, and Lyra said, oh, you've just got a white background. It's like, yes, that's how I roll. But we can change the background quite simply like that. So we can have a different color. We have different themes as well. We've got a modern and a classic, so we can go to the classic. We can go back to the modern again. So all these different things. We've got so many different ways of actually, manipulating the software to make it exactly as you want it. So I'm just trying to put my white back. That'll do it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so we're back onto the white. Lots of little themes, lots of different logos. So we've got the logo up in the right hand corner there. So that is the BeLive logo. I can change it. I'll be on Amazon later, so I can have the Nick Wood Amazon logo. We got the bite size me Livestream later, so I can change that. But we'll stick with actually no, we'll pop that one on first of all, because obviously there's so many of the employees of BeLive are in Ukraine, and we are standing 100% shoulder to shoulder, not literally but virtually. So we also want to give them a big shout out and our love as well. So yeah, so that's the BeLive logo. So let me dive into a couple of the big things that I absolutely love. Right, first of all, we've got the destinations. So along the top here, we got destination. So that can show you that I'm on we're on the Facebook page, we're on my YouTube channel, we're linked in with My Time TV, so that's going to that Facebook page. And we also have this little button here. Now, I'm going to be totally confess, when I went live, it said it didn't like it, so it might not be displaying where I think it was, but with RTPM, that allows us to actually live stream, not just on social media, but allows us to live stream pretty much anywhere, particularly websites. And so I can live stream on my own website. I can live stream directly with Amazon, and myself and Stephen, we use a bit of software called Switchboard, so that actually with just that one RTPM code, we can then live stream into hundreds, well, 40, I think, different social media, different websites, a whole raft of places that we couldn't go before. So that was a lovely addition from BeLive. That was one of the big things. And yeah, you can do LinkedIn as well is already on there. So there's lots of different places we can live stream to all these multiple places, and also set up a time as well, so we can set the time so everyone knows we can promote and then live stream as and when we go. Now, that is really important when I am live streaming on Amazon. And just so you know, myself and Stephen will be live streaming in 45 minutes on Amazon. We have our Monday, he's called Lights, Camera, Action. Mine is Video Production Weekly. And so we both have our own shows, and again, thanks to BeLive, we are able to live stream them into both of our Amazon pages. So it's the same show, but it beams on both our Amazon pages. So we get double bubble, which is fantastic. Okay, so that's the destination elements, right? There's two things that I really wanted to focus on today to show you the power of BeLive, which I think makes it totally different from everybody else, and that is the camera function and the live sales function. Let's talk about the camera function first of all. Now, this allows me to actually have another camera working as opposed to just my what's that camera called? My desktop camera, webcam. That's the fella. I knew I had a word. So that allows us to put our webcam, but we can have another camera. So what I did here was I'm going to add one on, and we've got in the dashboard. I'm just going to pull it on. I have my old iPhone 6S Plus up here, and that moves around. And of course, that is you can see some random items I promote on Amazon. So we've got the GoPro, we've got the Apple Watch, we've got aftershave and the like, we've got the Echo dot thing, and that allows us to actually have a second camera. So I've got my desk here, so I can be chatting to the camera and actually then showcasing the items here instead of having to go. This is some 1 million. So it's all there, nice and easy, got a nice flat background, and it just sits there, and I can just pull that in. So I was just using my old iPhone. I could use a camera. There's all sorts of different features, different elements you use there. But I use that one absolutely all the time. It just makes it so much of a more interactive experience. Now, Lyra, you might know. So I think I can only do the one extra camera. Is that the case? Or can I use more than one? Lyra, can you hear me?
Yeah. So as long as I was just like wondering, the question is for me or for you. Yeah, like technically you can. Depends on the number of the cameras you have, and like this one, are you connected as the webcam or as the phone, like separately? Because that also like makes a difference.
Oh, right. On this one, what I did was I used it's an ePop cam. So I've got a little it's an app on that phone. Allows it to become like a webcam. So if I had another camera attached to my computer, I could actually have that one on as well.
I'm almost sure then yes. It was like a long time like after I tested by myself, and yeah, I mentioned to Nick before we started the show. It'd been so long before after I've been the guest on the show. I know how the studio looks on the host side because we do, of course, quite a lot of testing. But as the guest, I don't even like remember when it was that. But yeah, from what I remember, we can totally connect more than 2 cameras. If you want to check later and tell me whether I was wrong or right, we can totally, play the game.
Absolutely. Well, actually, we've just been joined by a little bit of live stream royalty. That I'm going to bring onto the screen. And actually, Stephen Healy, he actually might know the answer to this question as well. So Stephen, welcome.
Welcome. I hopped in to say 3 things. Hello, Lyra. Nice to see you. Second, Nick, you have got an echo.
Oh, have I?
You need to turn one of the mics off on the cameras. You know, one mic.
Cool. Let's try that one.
That's better. Okay. And the third thing, I've switched Amazon to 4:30, so you can relax.
All right. I'll have to do that myself as well then. No problem. So our question, Stephen, we were just chatting about, and I was just demonstrating the fact, and I think it's only BeLive that we can do that. We have multiple cameras, and I've got 2 running. And the question was, how many cameras can we actually have?
Right.
Is there a limit?
On a theoretical basis, as many as you can fit on screen. On a practical basis, your system's going to start arguing with you. If you go 2's perfect, 3 is fine, but after 3, but I doubt that, you know, I mean, basically you've got a camera pointing at you, and 2 cameras pointing elsewhere. That would do it.
Yeah, that would work. That would work. I say we use 2, so that's all good. That's fantastic. And for everyone watching, Stephen is another Amazon live stream influencer as well. We're a rare breed in the UK, but a happy breed.
Definitely.
In fact, actually, let me just pop our names up on how rude of me. Let me put our names up so we know who we are. I'll even put my name up so I can remember who the hell I am as well. Yeah, so we've been live streaming on Amazon, as has Dr. Elo, and I promised to give him a quick shout out. He's at the office today, so he can't get any decent Wi-Fi, but otherwise he would have joined us as well. And you know, we're using BeLive to stream on Amazon, which is absolutely fantastic. And I wanted to just come through, just mention one of the other reasons that I absolutely love using BeLive is apart from the extra camera, it is also the fact that when we live stream, I love it. We've got six screens on with BeLive, easy peasy. When we live stream on Amazon, of course, we've got a carousel of products that when people are watching, they can click on the product, go and read it, go and see what's going on while we're chatting about it. But not everybody is as keen as going on to Amazon. You know, some people like to keep watching us on our Facebook or on YouTube. And so how do we capture those people? Well, this is the live shopping facility. So I've just dropped in onto the screen that Seagate 4 terabyte hard drive. And for the eagle-eyed of you watching on social media, that has then dropped a link into the comments. And so we can set that up so that when we're talking about it on Amazon, we can just quickly put it up onto our screen, a little picture of it with our own affiliate link, so that if people are watching on social media and they still want to go and buy it, they can just click the link. It's just making it easy, making that journey easy for people to follow and allowing us to actually capture people where they're most comfortable at. Stephen, have you been using this amazing feature so much?
Yes, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, I'm basically setting up to do affiliate marketing, which means I've chosen 6 products. BeLive, of course, is in there, and I'm going to be using that feature on Facebook and YouTube because the comments go to both to actually talk about the product or service, and then at the end of it say, right, you've got 10 minutes to click that link. I think that's the thing that we're missing, that you've got to get some urgency into it. Yeah, both of us talking about you've got to get the salesy thing. That's I mean, basically we've got that on Amazon, but you need it more so on Facebook and YouTube.
I know, but I would say, but Stephen, we're English. We'll say, go and fill your boots with that lovely product. We'll have a cup of tea and we will catch you later on. By the time I put the kettle on, the link will go. But actually, no, it's a good point. Can we? Here's a question, Lyra or Stephen. Can we remove a comment from BeLive?
We would love that to be a part of BeLive system, but at the moment, no. You would have to go directly to your destination where you stream to, and then remove the comment over there. So no.
No, so it's a manual process. That's okay.
But in that case, you see everything that you need to see, and then you can filter the people through BeLive comments.
Actually, so speaking of comments, this is another brilliant feature that BeLive have, is that, of course, we've got this automatic, we've got comment assistant on, so we can have the comments just coming organically. We don't have to press any buttons. The comments can just appear on screen, Sometimes you might not want them to appear, but it's always good for always exciting. And that's the thing about live streaming, isn't it? We like to keep it exciting, see what's happening. You know, you can get some random comments and go in and then delete them pretty quickly after the event. Actually, as happened last week, Stephen, didn't it? It was when I was doing my little bite-sized BeLive Q&A.
I mean,
some nefarious monkey decided to put a dodgy link in, and so we had to go remove it from the comments.
Yeah, if you're doing public broadcast, then the comments are public and you can't stop them. The other thing is you don't have time to check them whilst you're live, so you've got to do it after the broadcast. But people interacting and commenting is great, and I noticed that Lucy is with us, so all is good.
She is indeed, and also it's really nice actually. Lucy, we did a live stream. Would have been late summer last year. I think it was called Captain Tui Lucy, correct me if I'm wrong, where she was promoting a lovely ladies fashion range of clothing. Right. And again, it was great because it was BeLive, and we could actually drop the pictures of the clothing items in with links to those pages online. So you know, it's all those great things. It's great to see you, Lucy. That's fantastic. So Stephen, have you got? We've been talking about. I don't know if you've been watching. So we've been talking about the various little elements. We were saying that that BeLive, unbelievably, is 6 years old.
Indeed.
I'm a mere babe probably compared to a lot of live streamers, and I've done 470 odd. I'm guessing you've probably done somewhere in the thousands.
North more than 3,000, but hopefully my last broadcast was my best. Okay, keep improving all the time. Yeah, I mean, the day after BeLive was released, I did my first broadcast with a friend of mine called Roland Millward, who lives where I live, and we were the first in the UK. And I've never looked back since. I mean, basically, one of the things that BeLive has, we've noticed this because this week we're actually looking at different systems. But hola, Marco, that gives us a chance. By looking at different systems, we can appreciate more what we've got, and what we've got in BeLive, and it's something that's been with BeLive since the beginning. It's been improved, and that's the ability to show images on screen. Yeah. I can't think of another system that does it in that way. That basically you can load your images from your hard drive, you can bring them in from Facebook, you can bring in a YouTube video. No other system has those facilities, and that's what makes BeLive great for selling. Yeah, because we can just bring it, like you've done with there twice, 2 product images in, and you're telling a story. Yeah, you told a story about the drive there. Yeah, you just need a picture. That's it.
Yeah, that's it, and that's it. I was chatting to someone only this morning talking about that very drive, and I was saying it's probably one of the most popular things that I sell on Amazon. That make us all a little bit bigger, but it's one of the most difficult things to show, because that is exactly it. It is just a square box. So we have to tell the story of the fact that, you know, when I got it,
I'm not going to be outdone here. This is my hard drive. Okay,
that's it. They're very sexy items, aren't they? But again, if it's, as you say about the storytelling, I tell the story that, you know, my Mac crashed, you know, and what hadn't I done? I'd never done a backup, or very rarely did a backup. So suddenly when something happens like that, you realize that, oh, actually it'd be a really good idea to set up Time Machine and actually get some backups. But I went and got a sledgehammer to crack a nut by getting a 4 terabyte hard drive when I didn't need that whatsoever, because my Mac's only 1 terabyte. So but then, as all these things happen, you know, it evolves. We started making high definition videos, 4K videos. The files get bigger. Gamers absolutely need that much space, and so there you go. That's a little story which brings people in.
It does, and that's basically. I mean, we mentioned a moment ago that neither of us would be classed as salespeople, But using BeLive, we can tell stories, and we can bring images in. We can bring product video. I can bring in mobile video. Nick brings in his drone videos, and it's all so easy.
It is. It really is. And that's the nice thing, you know. We got them all over the place. We did a little demonstration earlier where we had the link to the YouTube video. We just pulled that into the dashboard, played it from the dashboard. Didn't have to go anywhere near YouTube to actually play that little shoppable video. So it's so good, so much fun, and so brilliant. So yeah. So with the live, this is a very interesting point, Stephen, you make. So with the live sales. Yeah, when you want to do like a affiliate, if you're doing affiliate marketing, here's one I made earlier. We can pull these in. I won't. So I say I can pull them in. I'm happily clicking the button. Oh yeah, there it is. And so we can pull these ones in. So there's like a little free webinar that I run, so that drops that free webinar link in, and again you got all the BeLive linking, you got Side Hustles book, the YouTube channel, TubeBuddy, all those definitely, VI Loud, all those lovely things that we use to sell our products. And it's super simple because you just click in it. I managed to open that 3 times. And you're basically just clicking it through. Well, that one worked now. Let's click the right one. That one. There you go. So I've got all these. So you've got the free trial with BeLive. You've got the Side Hustle books, the YouTube channel, TubeBuddy. So all those little links that come through, they drop in the comments. And it's really easy to send people where you want to send them. So as an example, that YouTube link, that isn't just a link to the YouTube channel. It actually goes via the subscribe button. Oh, May, hello, May, lovely to see you. It actually goes to the subscribe button. So actually you're picking up YouTube subscribers just by dropping that link into the comments, which makes, again, just another added benefit of using BeLive. It's fantastic. Yeah. So Lyra, can I ask, as we've got you on, and I don't know whether you might not be able to answer this question, but is there anything that you can tease us with, maybe that might be in the pipeline for BeLive? Anything that you're looking at?
And I'm thinking like what I'm allowed to say, because we do have quite some things we are working on. Yeah. While we're speaking, I will check in the background what I'm allowed to say with my beautiful product manager, because otherwise she will threaten me, you know, like if I give up some secrets.
Yeah, no, we don't want to get you into trouble.
Whilst you're doing that, Leo, I do have a question. We know BeLive from using BeLive, but you, as you say, you've been with BeLive since the beginning. What's the story been about BeLive? What I mean, to work somewhere and enjoy working there, which is obviously apparent. What's the BeLive secret, if you like, or the story for the last nearly 6 years?
So our secrets are the most amazing people ever. We have the greatest founders, which were able to, you know, find this beautiful core team, all with the same. Okay, not the same, because Daniel's level of energy is just skyrocketing. If you guys have seen any show with Daniel participating, I have no idea where this person has this level of energy. And I know him for 6 years. It's just, you know, it's a huge bag that he's carrying with himself. But everybody else on the team, we're like all very energetic, very devoted. We love each other so much. I wish I have with me a picture of picnic that we did last year, which we absolutely loved. We're meeting each other in person since, you know, the beginning of all the pandemic stuff, and that was absolutely lovely. So our secret is in the team, in how we work together, how we're able like to come up with all these great and beautiful ideas, and the energy that Daniel is bringing and just like spreading all across the teams. And we're just like picking that up and turning into the product that you see, into all the updates, into all the new and fiery things that we're bringing on.
Brilliant. Oh, it's fantastic. Well, as I said earlier, we're having this is live video production week. So we're on every day. Mercifully, you'll be pleased to know, not me every day, but we got one member of the team every day, maybe two members of the team, even more, who are the live video production producers. And so, actually, I'll tell you, you probably know off the top of your head, Stephen, but I've got it written down on my phone. So today, obviously, it's BeLive. Tomorrow we got Eve Mux. Is that how you pronounce it?
No, got to be honest, Leo, we've never heard of it until Marco mentioned it to us. So we know nothing at all. It's called EVMux, EVMUX, and it's a web-based system. And I've taken a look in there, and I'm looking forward to learning on tomorrow's show. Just before you carry on, we've got a switch on Wednesday. Just been speaking to Joe Shepherd, and Wednesday is going to be Melon. So you're correct from there.
Oh, I'm glad you said that, because I can now relate my melon story that I told Lyra earlier. And I remember one of the things, I remember saying this to Owen Hemsworth once, when that was, when you're trying, and again, it's a bit like this time last year when I was demonstrating melon, I said it just didn't feel right. I said it felt like I was cheating on my wife, which is never a good thing to feel like. But when you've been using a system that you absolutely love, and then start using something else, it felt a little icky. I mean, as good as it was, it was always nice to come back into the welcoming arms of BeLive. I have to.
I mean, it's the thing, isn't it, that once you've got used to one set of software, and particularly BeLive, you take things for granted, yeah. But then you go and use some other software, and you try to do something, you think, okay, can you just show a caption on screen?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the auto caption feature is absolutely brilliant. But if I want to build an agenda on any platform than BeLive, I can't do it, because the only thing I can do is bring captions on screen. Yeah, I mean, like BeLive now has got 10 different studios, so I can have a studio for Ask Angelica, for Blabbing for Britain, for live video sales, for Amazon Live with Nick. I've got different studios, and I can flick between. The other thing is, and this is key, is that in each of the agendas, I actually have the products. So I've got the microphone and the cameras, and I've got all the features in an agenda. Yeah. So when I'm broadcasting live, I can actually, because broadcasting live, you forget things. But if I've got an agenda and it's got all the salient features in there, I can just bring them on. And there's no other system that can do that. There isn't. We know that for a fact.
No, it's absolutely fantastic. And the other thing that is also I love with BeLive, and when it came out, I think it blew us both away, Stephen, was the BeLive video editor. So this is while we're all in the platform still, we can actually just go and pull up our videos and do a little edit. Now, when imagine, guys, when you're doing, live streams which are in excess of an hour, which our Amazon streams tend to be, and you want to cut them up, then it is way, way easier to do that directly from the source than it is from actually then downloading it and then putting it into a bit of software, then going and chopping it up. And actually, I'm going to share my screen. Magic words. So I think I've got one here. It's just powering through. Okay. Oh. Come on. Let me just put that in the big screen. See, I love the fact that we can just drag and drop our screens to different places as well. So that's just this is why it's taken a while. Yeah, that's not processing, because I'm probably using too much process power.
Okay, but can I tell my story? Yeah. I mean, we do the show. We've been doing it on BeLive for the last 5 years, and that's Ask Angelica, which is a German language tuition show. And basically, the idea is that Angelica puts together 6 or 7 sentences in German, and then the English translation. And at the moment we're doing, basically we're doing something very complicated, which means that I've got to read it out, then we do the literal translation, and then we do the English equivalent. So we're doing sayings, phrases, what have you. And at the end of it, there's always a tongue twister. And the tongue twister that we did last week, 2 weeks ago, was S. Okay. And there were 40, a sentence with 40 words on, which, okay, I attempted it. Unfortunately, because I don't practice, fortunately, it went right first time. So as soon as the show had finished, I went into the BeLive video editor without leaving BeLive, and I just put the 2 minutes of the tongue twister into a clip, and then the clip went into the group. The clip went on Angelica's page, on my page. It went everywhere. So that's my story.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's fantastic. And German, I'll be honest, just reading a German newspaper is a tongue twister. If you read it out loud, you've got some incredibly long words there, which you then have to break down and go, that's what. Now it makes sense. Why use lots of words when you can just make one long one? Always love the Germans for that. They're very clever. Cool. And as you can see, look, and I've been, whilst Stephen was telling the story, as he would just seamlessly just move us around, so that he was talking, so you've got the biggest space. And we've got to say hello to the doctor is in the house. Hello, Dr. Elo. Absolutely fantastic. I think, is your show on tomorrow, Doctor? Is your surgery open?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's on Tuesday, isn't it? So yeah, so we got, and again, as I said earlier, I gave Elo a bit of a shout out because again, he is another Amazon Livestream influencer using the BeLive platform to drive his sales because it's such a powerful platform.
Well, fantastic. Yeah. There are 5 of us using BeLive on Amazon Live. Yourself, me, Dr. Elo, Ephraim, Grant Saunders, and who is a stage hypnotist. He's a great bloke, and he's now broadcasting live into BeLive's group too. And Adair Palmer. Now, I enjoyed, basically, you don't know this, Lyra, but we have a master chef with us today. His name is Nick, and he did, I loved the show. He did a show with Adair, which was a cook-off. England versus Australia, cook the same dish whilst live, which I thought was totally brave and amazing. And that was on Amazon Live, and it had a very good reception. A very good one.
It did. It was a lovely show to do. It was just one of those things. I think Adair's boat became a bit of an issue at one stage. So it'd be lovely, Adair, if you're watching, #replay Adair. To rekindle that show because it was good fun. And again, we couldn't have done it without BeLive because we had the multiple cameras, and it just did work. And actually, the whole birth of that show was because I was on an Amazon livestreaming on Amazon and into Facebook and into YouTube. Adair was watching on the Facebook channel and started chatting in the comments, and then we just went from there, and we were just chatting, and that's how it all came about. So that's the thing about live streaming. It is just one of the most powerful ways to network as well, because you just don't know who's watching until after the event. And hey, Lyra, see now Elo can see what you look like. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I hope it's a good thing.
Just a note about the cooking show. Adair didn't find out that Nick was a master chef until they'd done a couple of shows. And the other thing is Nick had a slight advantage. Nick was most definitely on the land, and Adair lives on a boat. Exactly, so in choppy weather, the show couldn't take place.
No, it was a real shame. It was a real shame. But yes, it meant actually it was a couple of good things. It meant that we couldn't use an oven, which was quite cool. And yeah, we could only use the hob. But Adair always had the most beautiful backdrop when you could see out from her boat. But yeah, no, I was gonna say, to finish the story, I wasn't going to put my chef whites on. But the very first show, Adair had the most colourful shirt on. I thought,
Yeah.
wow, she's gonna steal my thunder. I said, I'm gonna go get my shirt, and the look on her face was priceless. But yeah, one of those things. I need to get that. We need to get that back up and running for sure. For sure. Cool. All right. So we are here to talk about BeLive and the fact that we use BeLive for marketing and selling. And as Stephen alluded to earlier, and maybe you want to just tell us a little bit more about this journey. You're now developing it more for the affiliate marketing side as well, Stephen. So not just the sales. So
yeah, we sort of. I mean, I was persuaded to go to Amazon by Marco, and I'm glad that he persuaded me. But then you look at if you learn your trade by selling on Amazon, you can use what you've learned by selling on Facebook and YouTube, and it's so simple and straightforward using BeLive. I mean, we've talked about most of it, but you can have more than one camera. So I've got me on screen, and I've got a product camera, and I can do a demonstration live. I can put together an instructional video about any aspect of live broadcasting. I'm going to show that from YouTube. I can put together a product video, store it on YouTube, and can play it. And my favorite of all, I do a lot of, excuse me a moment. I do a lot using this. This is the home gimbal. It's down in the carousel. Today's price is $99. I do a lot of mobile video, which means that the video goes on YouTube. So when I'm talking about the home gimbal, I can actually show the video. And that's a brilliant thing, because it means you can take a break. I can go and make a cup of tea or coffee whilst it's on. So YouTube video is nobody else has it. Perfect. Images we've talked about. You can't show images on any of the system. The agenda. Nobody's got an agenda. Yeah, these are all unique to BeLive. Yeah,
as is, I believe, the ability to broadcast in 1080 on Facebook. Facebook restricts. I had a discussion with someone in a different group when they were saying that another platform allowed us to do it as well, and it came back, no, it didn't. Facebook reduces them down to 720 as well. So today we are in 1080 because we can.
Yes, we can. Lyra, can you explain the relationship between BeLive and Facebook that brought this about?
Yeah, so I think since around 2019, 2018, somewhere around that, we became the official Facebook Live partners, which gave us some perks, also the ability to talk to the guys, bring them some feedback from the live streaming area, see maybe some thoughts on what they're thinking about doing in Facebook Live, which actually gave us also an ability in the time that they open it to be able to stream in 1080 to Facebook. And at the moment, this ability is open only to the official media partners of Facebook. So not every platform has this ability. So guys, please take it and use it. We love it so much. The quality is brilliant. And yeah, I know that you want your show to be the best one out there. So this is your chance to use it.
All right. Yeah, no, it is. And that's the thing. When we stream on Amazon, we're restricted to 720. So yeah, so it's a deep joy to be able to just come on and switch it up a little bit, but then we have to remember to switch it back down afterwards.
Oh, you've got it. yeah. Otherwise, well, the problem we have is we switch up to 1080 to get the glorious color on Facebook, and then we forget to switch it back down again. And Amazon says, sorry, you can't do that. So then we know we've got to try again. Exactly. Now, I'm going to ask a question which is related to the resolution. Do you think that we'll ever be able to broadcast in 4K, Lyra?
I mean, the technical possibility can be out there. I'm not sure like when we will be able to open that up, because that also at the moment, at least by the development of the all the tech, it's a bit strenuous. It puts a lot of pressure on your machines, on the servers, and it takes tremendous power to take 4K out of your computer, bring it to the cloud, then process and bring it to the viewers. I'm not sure that right now, at least this year, maybe next year, we will be able to do that technically. I mean, the whole world, not just BeLive. So let's see how the live broadcasting goes on. And then hopefully at some point of time, we will be able to do that so that we can show all the smallest details of, some small cooking show or a machinery that we are just like taking apart. So that would be fabulous. But I don't see that in their, the nearest future happening.
Right, okay. See, Nick and I are selling these wonderful cameras that do 4K. And we have to say, okay, you can go 4K, but you have to go, you can broadcast to YouTube in 4K. That's the only place we know that you can broadcast in 4K. And as you say, you need power, Nick, to actually do it as well, don't you?
It is. It's one of those things that, when I was thinking about this the other day, because I'm often saying, oh, I've just taken this amazing 4K video on my iPhone. I could show it to you, but you're not going to see it in 4K. But actually, when you think back to, it's only a few years ago that we just to have a 1 terabyte of disk space was like, wow, how could you ever use up that amount of space? It just seemed like a vast amount of space. Now we know, because we use so much and technology moves forwards, that we can soon fill that space, and so our processors have got ever more powerful. So I think it's only a matter of time, for sure, and then we'll all be doing it in 4K. The amount of data, I know we're pushing it over mobile devices, but again, if there's no limit on data, it just becomes easier and easier to do. Then I would have thought, next couple of years, maybe optimistically.
We're optimistic. Okay. Comments wise, how are we doing? Ephraim has been.
The doctor has an amazing thing to say. He says, come back. The problem with 4K is the latency between the live stream and the live comments. There's to be around 30 plus seconds delay, so it makes it less interactive. Oh,
all right, we're learning. I mean, it's the beauty of live video. We're learning. Yeah,
and the BeLive sales feature is so powerful for any platform. Exactly. It's also a great complement to Amazon Live. When multi-streaming. It absolutely is. And again, saying, when will BeLive be able to schedule live streams to LinkedIn? Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't checked all the plans that the team has. So I will need to go back and check. I don't remember whether they open up this possibility already from the technical side, from the API. If they did, then it shouldn't be a problem for us within the time frame. But since we are speaking about the plans, I got the permission to spoil one cool thing that is coming, which we are currently working on. Are you guys ready? Drum roll. No. So this is something that I think we've been asked for almost since the very beginning, and this is the team account that we are working on, and you will be able to work on your live stream together with your teams, with your producers, with the helpers that you will have during the live stream, which should make it way, way easier for you to just produce a top-notch live show while you delegate almost like everything that needs some, some switching, some attention, and then you're just like speaking heads, doing the beautiful show, talking through all your points, and somebody is taking care of everything backstage. So I absolutely love this coming. I cannot give the exact time frames, hopefully by the end of the quarter, but we'll see how it goes. But it's something that will definitely come out there.
Oh, fantastic. I love that piece of news. Stephen, your eyes lit up.
Well, as Lyra said, it's something that we've been asking for a long time, and there are technical reasons why not, but if they've been overcome, then that is absolutely brilliant news. I know even Ephraim is clapping at the moment, because that changes everything. Because with BeLive, we know we've got everything we need to produce a show, but with that one change, we've got everything we need to produce a show for somebody else, and they can still do the controlling and we can help out. Absolutely brilliant.
No, that is so fantastic. And say, as everyone's saying, it's a game changer for remote producing, because there was I remember a couple of years ago there was a little remote assistant
Yeah.
button, wasn't there? And then that went. But I'd say one of the most fun things I've done with BeLive was a couple of years ago. It was for the Hygiene Bank in the UK charity, and we ran 2 separate live stream fundraisers.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one was, and I wasn't on, so I was just producing. So I had a lady. First one was a lady from Sky Sports, and we were able to pull on big questions being asked of this quiz from Gareth Southgate and Rebecca Adlington, a couple of Darren Goff, the cricketer, a couple of those. They pre-recorded videos. We were able to play those, and we were able to drop in again using the live sales. We were able to drop in the live links. So I had some overlays. Or transparencies rather, so I could pull those in, and that was dropping the links to the comments so people could actually go and make some pay some money. And then the next one was I was hosting 4 people, because that was all we could at the time, for four celebrities, and that was like herding cats. That was an absolute nightmare to try and control, but so much fun. And so when you're looking at producing live streams, it can be so rewarding and so much fun. And we raised about £7,000 over 2 nights, just for that lovely little charity, just by doing that. And everyone's saying, I can't believe I missed the opportunity to stream with all you together again. Dr. Elo,
See,
there will be another opportunity.
We did this. I mean, this was done. I've got to put my hands up and say it was done in a bit of a rush. Okay, next time we'll plan further in advance, I think, and we'll basically, if we get Ephraim and Grant involved as well, bring them
for sure, and a remote producer. So.
No, that is totally amazing. It's a game changer again.
It is fantastic. I've got to admit, I think some of the platforms that follow, in the rest of the week, got a pretty tough act to follow.
Yeah, let's go with this for a moment. We know a lot of people who are good on camera, and they're on Amazon Live, and they're using something called OBS. Imagine if they could have a show produced for them in BeLive. Yeah, practical straight away.
It is, and actually, that's pretty much how I got started. I was producing a show for somebody else, with that assistant. So all good things. So that was all good fun. So yeah, why not? So Stephen, listen. First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to Lyra for coming on. Really do appreciate that. You've been
my pleasure.
Joy. Oh, thank you, and obviously thank you, Stephen. Bloody live streaming royalty rocks up on your show. You just sit back and put your feet up. Really,
I'll take it, Nick. Thank you.
And thank you to Dr. Elo as well. Exactly, we can all take turns. Yes, what a great idea. I love that. Take turns producing our shows for each other. Perfect. So this has been the first show of the live video production week. So we've got so tomorrow we've got Marco with Evie Mux. So we've got Melon now on Wednesday.
Melon on Wednesday.
Thursday should be Restream, hosted by Stephen Healy. Oh, and then we've got Wave as well. Yeah,
and then we've got some other system which we don't talk about, which is next Monday with Linda Sunshine West and Joe Shepherd.
Yeah, we don't. Oh no.
I didn't say it.
You're not going to say it. Well, listen, thank you also. We're going to say a very special thank you to Brigetti as well, because she made the brilliant intro and also the brilliant outro. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you to my lovely guests. Thank you to everyone that has commented on the show as well. And so now we can just play you out with this beautiful little outro.